So in the last video we looked at affirmative or positive sentences in present continuous. In this one I wanted to talk about negatives in present continuous. Negatives in present continuous. Alright, so negatives in present continuous aren't very different from positives in present continuous, except for the obvious fact that they are negatives, correct? They're negatives. So remember in the last video, if we looked at the grammar, we said that we have a subject, correct? A subject. Then we had plus the verb to be, plus a verb, correct? And then we had plus ing. And that was continuing, correct? So we had a subject to be, a verb plus ing. Well, for negatives in present continuous, it's exactly the same, except we change one thing. And the thing we change here is we add something to this part. And what we add is the word not. Okay, not. Alright? So, we have a subject plus the verb to be plus not plus a verb plus ing. So if we look at that, we could say I am not studying math. Okay, I am not studying math. Okay, I'm not studying math. I'm not doing that. Oops, studying. I'm not studying math, correct? So I'm not doing that now. Or if I give you another example, I am not, let's say, living. I am not living in New York. Oops. I am not living in New York. Correct? Because I don't live there. I am not doing that now. Alright? So let's think of another example, but this time instead of using I, let's use a different subject. Maybe let's say we. Okay? We. So I could say we are not driving. Correct? We are not driving. We are not driving. That is something we are not doing now. Okay, so it's not very difficult. Okay, it's very similar. But just to compare, let's look at an example in affirmative and present continuous. So I'll put a plus here so you know that it's affirmative. Okay. Let's say I don't know. They are speaking Japanese. Okay, they are speaking Japanese. Okay, so like I said here, that is affirmative, that is positive. They are speaking Japanese. But how do I say that in the negative? Okay, remember the negative isn't that much different. The negative, we just want to add not, correct? And where do we add not? Well, we add it, let's see, negative here. We add it after the verb to be. So if I say they are, and this here's where we add not. They are not, okay, not speaking Japanese. They are not speaking Japanese. That is something they are not doing now, in this moment. They are not doing that. Okay? So let me give you another negative example. She is not watching television. She is not watching television, correct? Now we can change this. She is not watching television. But what if I want to know what is she doing? She is not watching television, period. She is playing with the cat. Okay, she is playing with the cat. Okay, so if we look at both those sentences together, she is not watching television, she is playing with the cat. And both those actions are happening now. Okay, so now she is not watching TV. Now she's playing with the cat. I hope that's okay, and in the next video we'll talk a little bit more about this and we'll move on to questions.